Alright, it's me again, E2, and today I'm going to do a little show on a heli that I got a couple of weeks ago from eBay as a used heli. It's a Blade SR 120, and I am kind of intending to go a little bit away from the coaxes this year and a little bit more towards the fixed pitch helicopters, because it's kind of time. So I got that used on eBay, like I said, and it was saying, okay, it has traces of wear and tear and a pretty banged up landing gear, but it has also the beautiful Racon Heli flybar in aluminum and carbon fiber, which was kind of one of the things why I decided to bid on this heli. Well, the seller also said the landing gear is pretty banged up and I might want to get another one, and if you look at what happened to the landing gear, then I guess it's justified to say he's right. The thing is pretty banged up, and it might be nice to get a new one, but because there's a distinct possibility for me to crash that thing a couple of times before I figure out how to really fly with it, I thought I might as well just keep it on there for a while and see what happens. Now, another thing that I'm kind of a little sad about is it also had a broken pin here, so I'm not really sure how that's gonna work out, but it's actually the front guide for the leading edge for the blades, so this might not be too good, and it would be probably worse if I would go outside and fly it, but in here I think it should work. And also like traces of wear and tear at the tail rotor. Yeah, a little bit broken. I mean, for what I got it for, and considering that I got the flybar and the Maya skids that the seller put extra money in, and it had 5 batteries, I guess it was a decent buy to get. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see how that thing flies. Well, you could call it right out of the box, because it's the first time I'm really trying to fly it in a larger space. I just hovered it a little bit the day before yesterday to see if it even works. And well, yeah, I guess this way I can go and fly that. And there's one more thing. I am going to fly it with my DX6, so that's finally going to be put to good use also. Now, if I switch that on, you can see here with the model, I still got the settings in there for the MCX, which I once had and which died by sitting on the shelf and not being used. And when I tried to fly it again, it wouldn't work anymore. So, well, I'm gonna use just those settings and see how the whole thing works out for a little flight with the thing, and then we'll see what's going to happen. So I'm just gonna connect my battery here, right? And this is another thing, a battery holder was also cracked already, but the good thing, like you can see here, it is cracked, but the good thing is there was a spare one in it actually. I'm just going to use the cracked one until it really breaks. And well, I guess I'm going to fly that thing naked, because it's kind of painful always put the canopy up and down, so let's just see something works here. Yeah, and then another thing I just wanted to remark real quick is when I got it, the former owner had it on the longer swash balls on the servo, which you can see here. So it's have kind of like a pretty big gap between the actual servo and the servo ball. Now if you compare that to the ones that I put it back to, those are the short ones, and they are more thought to be for beginners. At least that's what I think I heard. So I'm just going to put that down, and then I'm going to try and see how that flies. This flies. This flies too. So Well, looks like nothing flies at all. I was about to try and demonstrate that, but it doesn't work. The battery kind of seems to be empty.